All right.
So could you just tell me your name and your title?
Yes, I'm Tech Sergeant Bernard Untalan. I'm the Religious Affairs Superintendent.
Cool. And then, so tell me a little bit about like what you do in your day-to-day job, like here on base.
I do a number of things. I'm in a supervisory role with the Religious Affairs shop. Am I supposed to be looking at
Me,
you?
it's fine.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know.
This will kind of just get like the side of your face, basically. So
Oh, okay.
it looks natural when it comes
So just
out.
look at
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So my role primarily is to supervise the shop, and I also work very closely with our chaplains in a religious support team, RST. And essentially, we're here to ensure and to help facilitate the First Amendment rights of all airmen and practicing whatever faith they choose, or if they choose not to have a faith, that's all right as well. And we are the owners of the spiritual component of the comprehensive airman fitness pillars, and essentially what that means is strengthening the individual members' core and helping them define what it is that motivates them to do their job and to live fruitful lives on the civilian side.
What got you interested in like the career field to begin with? Why was it compelling for you?
So at one point in time, I was considering becoming a Catholic priest, and I was also very interested in the Air Force chaplaincy, and joined the enlisted side to just kind of get a sense of the chaplain corps' mission and see what that life would be like. And life, I took other directions, and I got married, obviously, so that disqualified me from the Catholic priesthood because you got to take a vow of celibacy. So just kind of got pretty engrossed in the career field, and it's a very dynamic career field. I've deployed a few different times.
Where have you gone on your deployment?
Oh, I've been to Al-Udeid, I've been to Turkey, South Korea, and then I've had a chance to work at NGB with the functional managers there, and as a part of crisis action teams.
And what does the crisis action team do? Like, what is that?
Well, at NGB, I was there for hurricane response. That was at the end of 2017 when we had I think there was 3 or 4 Cat 4 hurricanes in a row along the Gulf Coast and then in Puerto Rico. So I worked in the chaplain corps cell with the functional area manager, and we coordinated the mobilization of different religious support teams who were responding to hurricanes in Texas, the Carolinas, and Puerto Rico.
I think many people don't necessarily see that aspect of the military. They don't know too much about it. People on the outside maybe looking in about what a chaplaincy means or what the value is.
Mm-hmm.
In your experience on deployment, like, is there a specific example where you feel like the job, you were really doing what you love to do and something was really making a difference?
Absolutely, yeah. While deployed, that's really where the rubber meets the road. It's 100% unit engagement, whereas opposed to home station, we have so many admin tasks, and on deployments as a religious affairs NCO and embedded with the chaplain, we're very popular. That's when we see the most business, for lack of a better term. People are very eager to reach out to us, just to have somebody to talk to have somebody to help process what's going on in their deployment. Deployments are often high stress environments. We're working long hours, and in a combat environment like Afghanistan, we're seeing a lot of stuff that can be hard to process, where you kind of come to grips with life and death, there's death outside the wire, and so that's something that's a daily reality in Afghanistan, and then also that's to say nothing of stressors at home, and in my experience with deployments, when you're away from home, that's generally the time where stuff goes wrong back home, and so you've got that on your mind as well, and you're trying to fulfill a very hard mission, and you're away from home, away from family and loved ones, so your support system really gets tried on deployments. And as somebody involved in the religious affairs career field, I always tell people that everybody has a support system. It's just a matter of how robust one's support system is, and if it breaks down, we're here for that, and we're also here to help you define what your support system is, and to be a part of your support system. So
I think that's interesting, because maybe somebody hasn't grown up in a religious environment, maybe they're not used to that sort of spiritual element.
Yeah.
How would you encourage someone who maybe is just kind of figuring things out, or
Yeah, well, I would say that what's unique about the Chaplain Corps, not only do we have that religious background, but apart from that, we're the only entity in the military that has 100%. Sorry. Yeah. The unique aspect of the Chaplain Corps is that we have 100% confidentiality. We're the only entity in the military that has that level of confidentiality. So whatever is told to us in the capacity of a...
Stuff that, like you said, is challenging, but the other part of it is a rewarding aspect to it.
Yeah.
Like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it is.
And that's what I think, like, civilians, maybe they don't get. They think it's a heroic, like, I'm in a video game or a movie type of a scenario, but it's not like that.
Very few people get to live that fantasy out. Special operators, infantry, whatnot. Yeah, perhaps, but that's not something everybody gets to do. I mean, there are times where you do stuff that kind of feels like a video game, or I've always said, some of the stuff I got to do in Afghanistan, it's like the stuff you kind of envision, when you think about joining the military, and at times you do feel like you're in a movie when you're flying through the mountains of Afghanistan, in the back of a Black Hawk. I mean, there is that cinematic feel to it. So.
And did you get a chance to do something like that?
I did, yeah, forward deploying.
What was that like?
It was fun. It was, it was a little bit sketchy at first, and.
Now, where did you take off from? Like, how did the journey go?
Where did I? Which?
Like in a helicopter. Like, where did you take off, and then where did?
I flew from Bagram to Jalalabad Airfield in a Black Hawk. And, yeah, that was my first time in a helicopter. So. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah. I don't imagine that. I don't think I would want to do it a lot, and the novelty wears off pretty quickly. But as a
I used to do these like ship-to-ship helicopter trips, like in between two moving boats.
Yeah.
I didn't like the whole feeling of like from one moving object in a moving object to another moving object, and then if it falls in between, then everybody dies.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. We also took a lot of C-130s, and that novelty wore off pretty quickly too. I don't. I think I've done enough C-130 rides in my career. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time talking through this stuff, and I'm just trying to give like a, maybe things about deployment that people don't think about, like the interesting aspects of it. It's not the standard. Well, you go over there and you do your job and you come back. Like there's a lot more to it. And there's a lot more adjustment that has to happen.
Yeah.
You come back and forth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People don't always understand how to do that very well.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. How did you know?